Locking in to the life that you want is the only way out of your current situation and into a better situation. Everybody got their own life. Everybody has their own goals. But the one thing that we can all agree on is we have to lock in to the life that we truly want, and we have to lock in to the life that we truly desire. Locking in means that your focus is unmatched right now. You're not doing the same things you were always doing. You're not hanging around the same group of people. You're not doing those things, bro. Right now, you're giving the life that you truly desire your absolute all. Your absolute all, bro. Right now, that's what you're doing. I'm gonna repeat it one more time. Locking in is the only way out. It's the only way out of your current situation. And I don't know what you're going through. I don't know the things that you want to change in your life. But I do know if you want to create those changes, you have to make space for those changes. And you have to lock in to having better habits, to remove the old habits that no longer serve you. Right? A lot of us don't want to lock in. A lot of us are scared to lock in because we know if we lock in, ain't no going back. If we lock into building better habits, there's no going back. We can't hang around the same people. That's going to mess up the grind. That's going to mess up what we're working on. We know if we lock in that we're killing our old self to make room for our new self. Ain't no going back, bro. Y'all don't want to give this up. You trying to serve two masters. You trying to be in a lightness. You trying to be in a darkness. You have to pick where you want to go. You got to pick what you need to eliminate, and you need to lock into that, and you have to go all in. And the problem is a lot of us don't go all in. You know, people go half in on things. Oh, if this works out, then that's great. But if it doesn't, then like, what type of language is that? No, bro, I'm going all in. This is going to work. It has to work. This is how it's going to work. So because I have no other plan, I have to execute at the highest level to actually make this possible, which means I'm going to create more of a reality here than I would anywhere else. Because this is the only thing that I'm giving my 100% in. And if it doesn't work, then we know in the back of our mind, we're going to fall short and we're going to land. We know that we're going to land on the moon and not the stars. And that's perfectly fine. But I'm still aiming for the stars, and I'm going to give my maximum effort and power to land amongst the stars. Right? Like, that's what it is, bro. And a lot of us, we don't believe that it could be possible for us. We believe that it could be possible for a whole bunch of other people, but not ourselves. And we're selling ourselves short. And the truth is, nobody's lucky and nobody's more special than you. We all have a name. We all have a fingerprint. We all have a purpose for being here. And all we have to do is believe in ourselves. That's it. You don't got to do nothing external that's outside of who you were already created to be. So when you want to create a better life for yourself, when you want to create a better reality for yourself, when you want to do great things on this earth, you got to just lock into that. You got to lock into that. You got to really ask yourself, okay, should I be here? Right? Maybe I need to give up my Saturdays, and instead of being in the club, I need to be at home focusing and working on my dreams and goals and give myself an extra 24 hours over everybody else. Right? Why we can't do that? Why? You think you could afford to be in the club? You can't afford to be in the club. You got to make your goals and dreams come true. Why you in the club? Why you at that party? Right? Where's your energy going to? Where's your mindset at? Where's the sacrifice for the things that you actually want in this life? Where's the sacrifice for the things that you actually want in this world? I had to sacrifice a lot to get here, to be where I'm at. It took a lot of sacrifice. I couldn't move like everybody else. I couldn't think like everybody else. I couldn't do what everybody else does. I can't move how people move that's my age. I have to lock into a whole nother level. I got to tap into a whole nother level. I got to tap into a whole nother energy. I got to do a whole different task list than what most people do. I'm going to the gym, working out, staying fit, staying consistent, staying disciplined, not taking days off like that, not taking breaks like that, working when I'm sick, working when I'm happy, working when I'm tired, working because the work has to get done. So I worked in every emotion. All I'm saying is, are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to put in the grind? Are you willing to put in the time? Are you willing to put in the effort that your goals and dreams require of you? Right? But you're going to wake up one day You're not going to accomplish nothing you put out or set out on your list. And you're going to say, well, it didn't work out, man. You know, that's life. You know, other people get lucky and, you know, I guess it just wasn't in my cards. It's in your cards, bro, but your effort is not. It's in your cards, but you're just not locking in like that. It's in your cards, but you didn't want it that bad. So what I'm saying is, in order to really get the life that you want, you got to really lock into that idea. You know, a lot of people criticize Steve Jobs for being a hard leader. I was listening to a lot of Steve Jobs the past weekend and this weekend. I was listening to his interviews, and I was listening to when he dropped the first iPhone. I was watching the whole ceremony. And I do that with great leaders sometimes. I put time aside to just see how did this person lead and how did this person execute. First thing I'll say is Steve Jobs said, and everything's connected, so pay attention. Steve Jobs said that everybody needs a reminder of the vision. Steve Jobs led similar to me. He's going to remind you why we're here. We're here to complete this task. We're here to do this job. We're here to make it happen. And I'm here to let you know that it's possible. That was Steve Jobs' role. Now, I'm not saying he wasn't in there, you know, in the computer lab, you know, making up some things to help create the vision and to help execute. I'm sure he was, because he was a very smart man. But above all that, he put the right people together to get the job done, and he reminded them why they were there. And that is so powerful. I'm here to remind you why you are here. That's part of my purpose, is to remind you that there's so much power in you that's untapped. You have so much untapped potential. The problem is you try to measure it, and that's why you don't go as far as you should in life. Stop measuring your untapped potential. The scripture says that you were made in God's image. You can't measure that. You can't measure that. You can't measure that. You can't. It's still hard for me to believe that we could measure God in a book. He's infinite. He's infinite. So you can't measure. You can't measure that. Let's just keep it facts. You cannot measure your potential, because there ain't no limits to it. Just unleash it and see how far it takes you. Just put the work in and see how far it takes you. Back to Steve Jobs, right? Back to Steve Jobs before we get on a tangent. And Steve Jobs said something that's so powerful. And Steve said, hey, y'all gonna make this phone. I don't care if you think it's possible or not. I have a vision. We gonna make an iPhone. It's gonna be touchscreen. It's gonna have the internet on it. It's gonna have these applications that they could use. It's gonna take pictures. Guys, do you guys know that when the first iPhone dropped, it transformed the phone industry? That's why I like Apple, because of that story. You know, like, it transformed the phone industry. And a lot of people didn't believe that it could be done, but Steve Jobs put the work in and he made it possible. He put the work in, bro. He made it possible, bro. And he told his team, he inspired his team to put the work in. Now, they say he was a bad leader because he was mean, but I think he was a good leader because he made it possible. And that's why we got our phones today. And without him being a little bit mean, we wouldn't have gotten here. So let me be mean to you. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life, bro? You know you don't want to be in that environment. You know you don't want to continue these bad habits. You know you don't want to be doing these things. What are you actually doing with your life? Are you actually locking in? Are you actually consistent? Are you actually going to the gym? Are you actually doing the things that you need to do to get you to the next level? Or do you just think you're doing it? Do you just think you're doing a good job? Do you just think I think I'm all right? Or I think I'm on plan? Or I think I'm on the path? Y'all thinking, but it's like, it's not enough. You know, you could be doing more. You know, you could be more productive. You know, you could be putting in more energy towards your goals and dreams. You know, you could be executing at a higher level. You know you can. And I'm here to let you know that. I'm here to remind you, you have untapped potential. Y'all ain't even tapped into it yet. Y'all ain't even in your life go all in on a goal. You try to go all in. The water cold. You know, when we going into the pool, and I do this all the time. I remember I was in Orlando for spring break. You know, I was visiting some friends. And we at Volcano Bay, you know, in Orlando. Cool place, fun place. I recommend it. Orlando, Florida. I'm putting my foot in the water slowly, and I'm like, oh my God, this water is cold. So I put my leg in first, like my foot. Then I go up to my knee. Then I go up to my waist. I'm like, oh my God, my stomach. And it's like, that's the worst way to get acclimated with the pool. If you don't just hop in all at once and give your whole body a shock, just like the ASL challenge, go all in on the ice. If you don't just hop in, what type of stuff are we doing? We going halfway with the idea. That's like, I'm just gonna, ooh, that's cold. I don't think that idea is gonna work. Why would that work for me? That's so powerful. I don't think I'm ready for that. Ooh, I'm trying to be a millionaire. Why am I trying to be a millionaire? Money's the root of all evil. I can't do it. No, money ain't the root of all evil. It's neutral. Learn financial literacy. Stop worshiping money and putting money on a pedestal. Do something that you love. Be consistent with it. The money will come in. If you need money right now, temporarily, you're trying to work on things, you're trying to get things done, go pick up that second job. If you're willing to, it's about what you're willing to do. What we're not going to do is make excuses. We're only going to focus on execution. So again, stop trying to go into your goals and dreams the way we go into a cold pool. Ooh, it's a cold pool. Oh my God, it's cold. I'm halfway in. If you don't just hop in, go all, that's what going all in is. You could go all in on plan A and still know that there's a plan B that's not too far off from plan A. Problem is plan B be looking so far off from plan A. Y'all plan Bs have nothing to do with the plan A that you had. It's not even similar. It doesn't even coincide. I think we're making our plans wrong. It's like plan A, I'm gonna land on the stars. And then plan B is like, I'm gonna land on the moon. And then plan C is like, I'll just land on the grass. Like, huh? How we got on the grass? Like, no. Let's plan A. Let's land on this specific star. If we don't make it on this specific star, we gonna automatically fall to another star. We still on the stars, baby. You know how many stars there are? We just gonna keep falling on the stars because that's plan A. There needs to be a plan A and then a plan A1 and a plan A2. Right? Like there needs to be a plan where it's similar. If you're going to make multiple plans, it has to be similar because when it's so different, what you're doing is you're putting energy here, you're putting energy there, you're putting energy there. God don't know what you want. God like, man, this guy don't know what he want. Okay, he want to be a rapper. All right, he want to be a lawyer. Okay, he want to be a doctor. All right, he want to be the first to do all three. Okay, that's tough. All right, how this gonna happen? It's so hard. I'm not saying it's not possible. Of course you could be multiple things. But what I'm saying, bro, is have you ever gone all in? Do you know what that feels like? It doesn't mean you're not prepared for it to fail. You should prepare for failure so you can succeed. Try again and try again and try again. But have you ever gone all in? And have you ever just put your energy on that? Once you already made the other plans and all that, just act like it don't exist. Have you ever gone all in? Have you ever gone all in? Have you ever put your effort all in? Have you ever gone all in? Have you ever gone all in? And the reason why I'm asking you is because we got to lock in, because that's the only way out. The only way out of whatever life you're in right now, bro, is to lock in. The only way out for a better life is to lock in. You gotta lock in and you'll become so much more dangerous. And what I mean by that is not true danger, but dangerous in the sense of like when you speak, people know, oh, you're really going to make it happen. I don't like to speak on things. If I speak on something, bro, I'm already working towards it. You know how powerful that is? If I'm speaking on something, that means it's probably already done. Do you see what I'm saying, bro? When people are speaking, they're not even putting in the work for it. They're just talking. They're just talking. They're not even trying their best to make it happen. They're not even consistent. They haven't even showed up for themselves. That's why I'm asking y'all, have y'all ever gone all in? Have you ever gone all in? And have you seen the results of what that looks like? Have you truly showed up for yourself each and every day? If you haven't done that and you have a dream or a goal, and it don't got to be you working on it for hours each and every day, but if you can at least give it an hour, if you can at least give your goals and dreams 45 minutes, your life will look totally drastic in the next year or two. right? It will look totally drastic. And the truth is, we got to be patient with ourselves. We like to play in the form of days. We like to play in the form of weeks. We like to play in the form of months. What do I mean by play? We like to, okay, I'm going to put the work in, and then I hope to see goals within the next month or within the next week or within the next couple years. It's like, no, we need to play within decades. It's like, bro, next decade, this is who I'm going to be. It's already 2024. It's going to be 2025, then 2026, then 2027. And if you're watching in those years, hi, future you. How you doing? How you doing, bro? Hope y'all accomplishing your goals and dreams, right? Hope the world is okay. 2027, 2028. So I'm thinking about 2030. Okay, if I put the work in today in 2024, all right, how is my life in 2030 gonna look? We have to play within the decades. Y'all ain't playing within the decades. Y'all playing within the weeks. Y'all playing within the months. Y'all playing within the years. It's like, I'm playing within the decades. I'm patient. I'm going to be patient with myself because I understand Rome wasn't built in a day. I understand you're not going to get everything that you're looking for automatically. You're not going to get everything that you're looking for right away. It don't come like that. It don't work like that. Truth is, life don't come with an instruction manual. You got to make this what you want it to be. I hear a lot of people trying to tell us what it need to look like, what your life need to look like, what you need to believe in, and what you need to do, and this and that. And I'm going to tell you this right now, bro. I'm going to tell you this right now, bro. You got one life. People cannot be controlling your life. They cannot be telling you what your life needs to look like. You need to build a relationship with yourself. You need to build a relationship with God, with the Father. You need to make sure that you're having faith in the process, and you need to work towards your goals and dreams and your purpose each and every day. Because one of the questions that God's going to ask you when it's all said and done, especially if you believe, he's going to ask you, what did you do with the precious time that I have given you? Did you go after your goals and dreams? Did you do the things that you wanted to do? Did you do what was on your heart to do? Because I put that there. And most people's answer is going to be no. Can you believe that? Most people's answers is going to be no. No, I didn't do it. I didn't have faith. I didn't do it. I still did good, honest work. That's great, but I didn't go after my goals and dreams. Why do we think that our goals and dreams is so personal? It's not just a personal thing that we want to do. You got to understand that that's probably what God wants you to do as well. That's why he put that on your heart since you were a kid. He wants you to have your goals and dreams. He wants you to accomplish it because you're going to touch more people. You're going to reach more people. You're going to impact more people with your goals and dreams. Not the things that other people are telling you to do, but the things that you know you should be doing deep down in your heart. And you're not going all in, and you're not locking in on the life that you truly desire. You're not locking in on your goals. What goals do you have? What goals do you want to reach? Can you just lock in on that? Can you actually have faith that it's going to work? Can you? Or are we going to sit around and watch the time go by? Each and every day we got. Are we going to sit around and watch life go by? Because one thing life will do is it will keep moving. With or without you. If you chase your goals and dreams or not, life is going to keep moving. Life is going to keep moving. It's going to keep on moving. And I don't want it to move, and you're not moving either. You're not making progress. Nah, you got to make progress. You got to keep going. You have to lock in to the life that you really want. You got to lock in to building those better habits. You got to lock into a better you so you can have a better view of what life has to offer. You have to lock into a better you so you can have a better view of what life has to offer. What separates economy from first class? Only if you want. Do you truly want first class? Well, you have to put in first class work. And you have to have, most importantly, first class belief. It doesn't mean people sitting at economy, it's not good people or they not putting in hard work. I sit at economy all the time. I'm putting in hard work. Trust and believe, bro. I don't think I ever flew first class. I think I flew business once. You see what I'm saying? It's never really been a goal of mine. I never really wanted it. See what I'm saying? No more excuses. One of my goals for 2025 is to fly first class, to get the fast pass at the airport, to make my airport experience better. It's a small goal, but why not have that goal? It's one of my goals. I've never experienced that before. Why can't I experience that? It's more leg room. See, your goals don't gotta be special. It doesn't have to be all that. It just has to be real, it has to be tangible, and you have to want it. So now I'm putting it out there. That's what I want. Now I gotta put the work in to match that. You see how that works? Now I gotta put the work in to match that. I could fly first class right now, but I wanna fly first class and not worry about nothing. You see what I'm saying? You see what level we're speaking of? I want to fly business and not worry about nothing. That's possible. Let's put the work in. I believe it's achievable in the next year. This is how I'm going to make it work. Okay, how do I get that fast pass? This is how I enter the fast lane. I think it's like $50 a year for like clear or something. Like let's look into how we can make our experiences better, how we can make life better. We don't have to be on shackles. We don't have to always look for the option that we think is best. No, what option do you want and how can you get there? What life do you want and how can you get there? What car do you want and how can you get there? What home do you want? Where do you want to be and how can you get there? What job do you want and how can you get there? What career field do you want and how can you get there? What type of entrepreneur do you want to be and how can you get there? And how can you get there? And some of us, we still aren't claiming what's ours. So I'm claiming that I'm gonna be flying first class next year, right? Now I gotta figure out how. And if I didn't claim it, then I wouldn't be at that step. And once you're at that step, you already halfway there. So I hope that this video makes you claim something, claim that better life. Claim that better timeline that you can enter if you put the work in. Based on the better decisions that you make today, you enter a different timeline. Marvel is trying to tell us that. Marvel is trying to tell us through its movies, especially its new movies, that based on the decisions and actions that you make, you can enter a different timeline. This is not sci-fi. This is real life. If I make a decision to be a negative person, my life will look negative. That is all I'll see on my timeline. Timeline just means life. Time is a measurement between two events. My line of life, my line of events will look different. It will probably look more negative. If I'm a more positive person, my timeline, my life, these events that occur will be more positive. What life do you want to experience? That's up to you. I want to experience a good life. I want to experience a positive life. I have to lock in to that timeline. I have to lock in to that better version of me, because that's my only way out of the things that I don't want. That's my only way out of my current situation, is to lock in. So let's lock in the win. I love you. I appreciate you. If you want to talk, me and you, just one-on-one, have a conversation. You know, I got a website. It's down there in the description. We can have a one-on-one chat. You can book a consultation. Follow me on socials. But most importantly, follow your heart. I'm just here to help, you know. I'm just your brother. I'm just your brother, man. And I truly, truly love you. I'm here to help and I believe in you. Just make sure you're believing in yourself. Lock in. It's the only way out. Peace.